Gaming laptops continue to be in high demand even though the PC market in general doesn't seem to be going anywhere. According to a recent report by IDC, HP took the lead in PC market share in India for the first quarter of the year, partly thanks to its focus on gaming systems. In March this year, the company launched its Omen X portfolio of gaming devices in India, which includes desktops, laptops, accessories, and even a VR backpack. The X denotes flagship-level products, and today we'll be testing the fully spec'd out Omen X laptop. More precisely called the HP 17AP0470X, it's built as more of a desktop replacement. The Omen X features some of the most powerful components that Intel and Nvidia have to offer today but has a staggering price tag. Let's see what you get for all your money. HP Omen X design. HP has done a great job with the construction of this laptop. The mix of middle and high-quality plastic makes the Omen X feel incredibly sturdy, as a result of which there's barely any flex in the body. The sharp lines and aggressive stance give it quite an imposing look too. However, it's massive, both in size and weight. It works well on a desk but at nearly 5 kilograms, it's not what you'd call comfortable on your lap. Even though it's technically a laptop, it's not designed to be carried around. You get plenty of customizable LED lights on the lid, at the back, and of course the keyboard. All of them are RGB LEDs so you can go crazy customizing them. The supercar-inspired rear exhaust vents look cool, and ideally they should have been lit up as well. HP Omen X has a gigabit LAN port, 2 Type-C ports, both Thunderbolt 3, mini display port, HDMI, and a USB 3.0 port at the back. The rest of the ports are placed on the sides of the laptop, and include 2 more USB 3.0 ports, separate sockets for headphones and a microphone, and a SD card slot. The lid is held in place by 2 metal hinges, which have an interesting semicircle design similar to what we saw on HP Spectre 13 Ultrabook, and give the illusion of a floating lid. The lid doesn't tilt too far back, roughly 120 degrees, but the display has excellent reinforcement. We notice no pixel warping even with applied pressure. The 17.3-inch display on the HP Omen X only has a full HD resolution, as the 4K option isn't available in India, but you do get a refresh rate of 144 Hz and Nvidia's G-Sync. Colors are fairly punchy, and we found the brightness to be adequate. The thick borders all around the display look a bit dated, but there's a webcam at the top and it supports full HD video. The sculpted metal palm rest area is quite spacious, and the trackpad works well too. You get individual buttons for the trackpad, which is what we expect from a gaming laptop. Of course, there's the full-sized mechanical keyboard. The keys have perky RGB backlighting with good travel and tactile feedback. We also appreciate the fact that the direction keys are well separated from the rest of the keys, like you'd find on a desktop keyboard. The HP Omen X has dedicated button to launch Omen Command Center, which is your go-to app for changing the LED lights, macros, and overclocking settings. On the left of the keyboard, you get a column of 6 programmable keys, which can be assigned shortcuts for Windows commands or even combos in games. You can also use them with the FN key, giving you an additional set of shortcuts. On the bottom of the laptop, there are plenty of air intake vents and a little acrylic window that gives you a peek at the components inside. However, there's no hatch so you'll have to unfasten a bunch of screws to get the bottom off. The laptop ships with a massive charger, which looks like a little set-top box. You also get a USB Type-C to VGA dongle in the package. HP Omen X specification and features. In India, the Omen X is available in 3 configurations and all of them feature Intel's Core i7-7820HK CPU. This is a somewhat outdated processor, considering there are newer 6-core 8th generation parts in the market, but it still offers plenty of power. It's also one of the few laptop CPUs with an unlocked multiplier for overclocking. It's a quad-core, multi-threaded CPU with a maximum base clock speed of 2.9 GHz and integrated Intel HD graphics 630. The HP Omen X17AP0470X model has 32GB of RAM, DDR4 2400, with support for Intel's XMP memory profile, DDR4 2800, a 1TB SATA hard drive, 7,200 revolutions per minute, along with two 1TB GeekBench SSDs and RAID 0, and the main component, an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1080 with 8GB of GDDR5X RAM. Other specifications of the HP Omen X include dual-band Wi-Fi 802.11 acres, Bluetooth 4.2, stereo speakers by Bang & Olufsen, and a non-removable 6-cell battery. The Omen X ships with Windows 10 Home Edition, along with the usual variety of pre-installed apps from the Windows Store. HP also throws in some of its own apps along with some third-party trial software. HP CoolSense is supposed to automatically adjust performance and fan speed depending on whether you're using the laptop when moving around or in one place. Recovery Manager is a handy utility that lets you create backups and also keep all your drivers and software up to date, including BIOS updates. Omen Audio Control lets you tweak the sound output,